Welcome to the Rookies, everybody. This is an actual play stream of Jump Rangers, the tabletop role-playing game. Jump Rangers is a storytelling galaxy um, about kid space commandos trying to carve out a future for humanity amongst the stars. Right when humanity was figuring out our relationship with our home world, right when we were starting to get our act together, the skies darkened with the motherships of the Saurian horde. Giant telepathic Tyrannosaurus Rexes just brushed us right off our planet, and without any interstellar travel of our own, the only way people could survive was by sneaking aboard these spaceships and colonizing between the walls and all the nooks and crannies. And we would colonize other worlds when these motherships landed. So humanity spread out amongst the stars, hitching rides. And while the grown-ups have kind of been clinging to their existence and trying to hold their colonies together, there's a really brave bunch of kids who have taken it upon themselves to find new places to colonize and help grown-ups get from planet to planet by sneaking aboard these alien spaceships, stealing alien technology, which is what our last game was about, um, finding a way to retake Earth, and generally guiding humanity towards a better future. These kids are called Jump Rangers. These heroes are called Jump Rangers. And that's who the story's about. And just to be clear, it's not just giant telepathic Tyrannosaurus Rexes out there. There's a whole galaxy full of danger. Many of those dangers are bigger than us. So we're kind of living under the shadow of all these other civilizations, trying to find our way. That's the galaxy of Jump Rangers. And we are joined as ever on the Rookies by Buster the Destroyer and Liz Ransdell. Buster, do you want to tell everybody what's going on in your life and where they can find your exciting happenings?
Yeah, I was lazy today to do stream because I wasn't lazy. I just had a bunch of crap come up. But yeah, you can find me twitch.tv/Buster and I do streaming of video games. Lately it's been Red Dead Redemption 2, which has been a lot of fun. My Arthur update is now in Louisiana equivalent, whatever, and he looks fantastic. He's got a lot of crimson going on down there in the swamps, and yeah, he's looking snazzy, y'all. So doing real good there. Yeah, and then just other things going on, hanging out, chilling, being a buddy, being a friend, doing the stuff. So yeah, hang out, while I wander my way through the sea of 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 life.
Okay. Playing some
Am I a
games
dolphin? Am I a shark? Am I freaking cool ass whale?
in the metaphoric sea, in the in the
Yeah.
in the con.
Not just another fish, just swimming along. Like, what am I anymore? Am I a jellyfish? Do I sting everybody?
I don't know if you know this about me and my wife. We are very autistic in this house, and one of my wife's special interests, and I think they've tried to get away from it, but it doesn't work. You can't escape a special interest. One of Evan's special interests is jellyfish. Very,
So cool.
very interested in jellyfish in this house, and very knowledgeable about them.
They're really
So
cool.
they're amazing. They're amazing and ancient, and
Yes.
and
And very mysterious.
and yet so simple. And yet so simple.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Jellyfish
Wonderful.
do not make it complicated. That is for sure.
Yeah, they don't. All right.
Would you like to know a jellyfish fact? Because I have so many jellyfish facts.
Well, we gotta have a jellyfish fact.
Yeah, at least one.
The Man of War, which everyone considers to be the most deadly jellyfish of all, is not a jellyfish.
What is it?
It is a composite animal.
Those Man of Wars are those little things that look like
it's almost got a little
like this
fin.
big, right?
It's almost got a little fin, and it has the tentacles that get into all
yeah,
water.
Yeah.
Yep. They are
Chimera.
They are a collective of 4 different types of animals.
Weird.
So there's some single cell organisms, and there's a couple of different animals, and they come together and they build this whole symbiotic community.
So they're a mech.
Yes, they're an organic mech, but there's not really a pilot because it acts like a jellyfish.
With no brain.
With no brain. But yes,
I too would like to be immortal and have no brain. I'm just saying.
It is a symbiotic community of 4 different types of animals, and probably a whole lot of some of them, and like one or two of other kinds. So now you know. Not
Now
a
I know.
jellyfish.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
remember that for the rest of my life. That is a very interesting fact. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
What's Liz up to?
Yeah, what are you doing, Liz?
Oh, we have our new crowdfund starting off in the 13th. You know,
Woo!
we
Yeah.
had some delays, and we couldn't figure out why things just weren't falling into place until we realized that we were setting ourselves up perfectly to start our crowdfund on Friday the 13th, Lucky Friday.
Oh, how good.
So
How
we've
good.
got our spooky book is going to start crowdfunding this Friday. Hold that thought. Lovely. Please stop being on the table. Um, yeah, we go live on Friday. And anybody who wants to stay in the loop can do so by following either myself or Atlas or Studio Metropolis Inc. on Blue Sky or Instagram, or by going to studiometropolisinc.com and signing up for the mailing list, which we would really appreciate, because what we have learned the most about crowdfunding is without your own mailing list, you're kind of sunk. And
Yeah.
we have been very fortunate to have a really great community that pays attention and comes and supports our work. And this
Okay.
is our most ambitious project yet. So it's
Okay.
also our spookiest, it's our scariest, it's our creepiest, it's our kind of our perviest. So, it's definitely gonna need our community there to be delighted by it.
Great. Okay. Well, I learned something. I will also tell you that Friday the 13th is my anniversary.
Oh,
That is a good
congrats.
day.
How many
Thank
years?
you. 5 this year.
Yay!
So-
That's a good
Which one is that? Wait, which one is that? I gotta look it up.
It's not 10. Hold on.
I was trying to get of which one. Like, it's not still? Yeah, I don't think it's 10.
I don't know. And we've been sort of it's been an intense summer of financial struggle. So I'm not in a position to necessarily blow the doors off it.
Wood.
Yep.
Wood.
Wood. Okay.
It's wood.
All right. Good to know. I'll think of something. I'm gonna riff on that.
Year
something
year
out.
year 6 is iron and or sugar.
Huh.
It's traditional UK versus traditional US, and
Oh, I
sometimes they
see.
overlap. Like
I
wood,
see.
they totally overlap on.
Okay. I see. All right. Good. So, when last we left our heroes Bam Bam and Ripper, the two of you had successfully stolen a loom troll ship, and on your way back to Planet Link, you took some time to train with the loom
Right.
intelligences and with the colonists that you had saved. Just to take stock of everybody who's on this troll ship, you've got 180 odd loom intelligences in a battery that have populated the troll ship over the course of the flight. So the battery is no longer necessary. It's been long since ejected. The troll ship is now a buzzing hive of loom activity, and there's things happening all over the place. And at the same time, just like other loom ships, there's no life support except in the colony, which you pulled out of the the original mothership that you had snuck aboard and mounted on the Valhalla with the help of all the colonists from Lost Base. So you have Gertrude Weiss, governor of Lost Base. You have all these colonists of Lost Base. I gotta grab a certain character sheet because Gel is here with you. And we talked during our last session also about what's involved in making Gel a jump ranger properly. Does anybody have any questions about that? Because I know it's been a minute since we played. Okay. All right.
I remember this stuff. And I know it's in the book too.
It is. It is. So
I remembered that.
So that's what's going on. Also, I just want to give you a heads up that I have published the source book. It's called
Yay!
Robot Power Play. It's right now it's a PDF file and it's just text. Eventually, it will be illustrated. But you've both been thanked so much. The special thanks for helping put it together. It was originally just going to be a mission file on the actual game that we played, but I don't have a Loom source book. So I took a little bit of extra time and collated all the information that has been spread out about the Loom in other books. And one of the other things that I do in this game is every week I write a certain number of data decks, which are like data deck files, which are micro supplements for Jump Rangers, just things that I think I should have in the rules or things that should be addressed in some way by the lore, just ideas that get developed for the game that could be potentially used anywhere. But there's more than 100 of them now, and predictably, quite a few of them are about the Loom, and quite a few of them are about the Saurians as well. So I've been on my own case about, you need to
compiling it and
yeah,
putting
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and then I've done a whole bunch of original content as well. So,
Nice.
there's including some new planets. Loom Space has gotten very interesting. I've made some big decisions about what they're actually trying to achieve, and it came out.
Ooh.
It came out strong. Robot Power Play turned out to be a really great supplement, and now I'm doing the same thing for the Saurians.
Yeah.
It's called Tyrant Lizards. Intel file Tyrant. Yep.
Tyrant lizards.
Yep. And Tyrant Lizards is now sitting at 126 pages.
Wow.
Like there is so
That's
much.
huge.
It is huge. There's a ton on the Saurian Horde.
And they're kind of the primary enemy in the whole
Yes.
universe, it seems like. You're setting them up to be at least.
Yes, I think it should be the biggest book apart from the core book
Yeah.
itself.
The core book, yeah.
So
well, congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
awesome to hear that's going good.
Thank you both for being a part of it. And thank you very much for your help. It's been inspiring. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been deeply enjoyable.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the pleasure's all ours.
Oh, shucks. Maybe Looney's back. Hiya. So, in the next 2 days, this ship is going to be arriving, unless there's business that you absolutely need to conduct before you arrive, which you certainly have the ability to do. But this ship's going to be arriving at the system where Planet Link is located.
So and Planet Link is... Remind me what planet.
Planet Link is perpetually a war zone. It is the front line between the Saurians and the Loom. Now, the reason why it is such a bone of contention is because the Loom are trying to drill for something.
Yeah.
And nobody knows what that is.
Right. Okay.
But the Saurians have been trying to kick them off the planet, like to such an extent that the environment of Planet Link used to be very hospitable. It was kind of a paradise planet. Like it had greenery, it had life, and it has all been blown to smithereens. Like the whole planet has been glassed over because
it's like Fallout New Vegas.
Absolutely, it is melted. They have melted this planet in their war. So, and the front line is still moving from place to place, and neither the Saurians nor the Loom particularly care about the damage that they've done. They're just still doing what they're doing. But that makes Planet Link significant because Planet Link is the only place where you can get off a Saurian mothership and get on a Loom mothership.
Right.
So as a result, the human colony on Planet Link, which is buried deep in a cave system, it's called Paksis Base. It's run by Sudro Paksis, who is the brother of the famed General Arden Paksis. It is the largest intelligence gathering network in all of Earth space because they're always sending. Anytime Jump Rangers are coming back from Loom space, they have to go through Planet Link. Not in your case because you can go anywhere you want to right now, but that's where people go because they have to catch a Loom mothership, right? And so they find their way back here.
Makes sense.
So all the technology that they bring with them, all the knowledge that they bring with them, winds up at Paksis Base. And similarly, the Saurian Horde has such a fortified front line here that they're constantly pushing resources to Planet Link. It's a nexus for humans, and as a result, because there's so much traffic back and forth through Paksis Base, this is also where Uncle Slappy has set up the Ranger's Roost, or just the Rooster, if you like, which is kind of the one and only Dungeons and Dragons tavern of Jump Rangers. It is a place where Jump Rangers can go and bunk down without any drama, hang out with other Rangers. Uncle Slappy's making grilled cheeses and coffee and tomato soup behind a little lunch counter and slinging that stuff all day. He'll make anything anybody needs to eat. He'll take care of the Rangers that come through, and he'll hold information and pass it to other rangers if need be. So Uncle Slappy is kind of a nexus of scuttlebutt and intelligence for jump rangers specifically. And uncles and aunts are people that can be trusted. Uncles and aunts are people that kind of hold the interest of the jump rangers first and foremost. So Uncle Slappy's
Specifically adults that
yes,
can be trusted.
yeah, exactly. If it came down to, there really isn't a lot of jump rangers out there that would ever believe that Uncle Slappy would sell them out to Sutro Paksis, for example. If it came down to the interests of the base or the interests of the rangers, everybody pretty much expects Uncle Slappy to have their back within the Ranger Corps. So, so that's what the Rangers Roost is, and the fact of Planet Link being a crossroads is what makes it such a hot spot. It's what makes it such a hub of activity. It is very hot in here. Oh, are you apologizing to the dogs? Okay, the dogs are dying because I have the AC off. So, how is the weather in Texas? Let me ask real quick. Is it? You're muted, Buster.
I said, "Oh my God, thank you for asking. It has been wonderful lately. It has been fantastical. It has been like what's it right now? What's the temperature? What is it? Let's check it. What's the temperature? Where do I look at this? What's the temperature? Dallas. It's got to be like, yeah, it's 86 right now.
Wow.
It's been like getting down to the 60s and the 50s. It's supposed to get in the 50s tonight, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been.
This is our last 100-degree day. This is our last 100-degree day. So say the
it's been real great, and I hope
Yeah,
it gets. I hope this. I hope that this kind of weather hits y'all as well soon.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
It's been great. It's been great.
So, do you know now? You have heard. Big Mouth say that he would really like to build a colony inside the troll ship.
Right.
That's what he would like to do, and he would like building that colony to be his final mission.
Okay.
He's suited for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if you want to. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There's not necessarily going to be a ton to do. It's going to be a pretty straightforward process because everybody. These Loom are very cooperative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to sneak a colony into this troll ship, although it is going to be a challenge getting the materials to build the colony properly in and out of Deep Down Base without getting noticed and getting it to the troll ship. Getting all that to happen is going to be something of a challenge, but it's not a challenge that the base itself is unequipped for. So you guys have some options here. You essentially get to decide at this point where you want this story to go next.
Okay.
And I'm here to find out what you're thinking. Is there anything about the Jump Rangers universe that you would like to explore? Is there anything that you're particularly interested in? We have, welcome home celebrations and things coming your way. And you're going to have to sneak into Deep Down Base because you can't just land a Loom mothership and pile out. Everyone's going to want to know.
Also, one thing I've been concerned about is like we're landing a troll ship and then we're saying no, it belongs to these Loom and we're sending them off. Obviously, that might be a problem for some of the top brass among the adults.
You're absolutely right, and at the same time, you do not have to give them a choice. You can.
Yes.
You can. So here's how.
Which is something that Bam Bam is very good at.
Apologize. Don't ask for permission. That whole deal.
Yes.
Well, and we've got adults on our side too.
That's true. So
that and along with like he wants to build, and the thing is like these Loom could actually turn out like if we do this the right way with them and we get them in here and get them working again.
Mm-hmm.
we can really set up something new and exciting for Loom and humans, even though if it's like kind of a specific sect of Loom that haven't been in contact with the rest for a long time.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true. So the way that typically you get in and out of a base like this, just to give you a sense of the logistics, is that
Mhm.
on the surface of a planet like Link, they're usually going to have hidden, um, like basically like temp habs, hidden safe houses, essentially, tucked away in caves, tucked away underground, wherever they can put them where nobody's going to notice. And anybody who's coming and going from a Saurian spaceport or a Loom spaceport or anything like that is going to know where to find at least one of those halves. And then they have transports that sort of do a circuit between the halves. So they drop people off. You might have to wait for a couple days there. You see what I'm saying? But you drop people
Yeah.
off, and then you pick them up again later as you can, and they keep those halves staffed with things like rations and supplies in case anybody needs them. And that way, nobody is ever leading for example, an underscore extermination team back to Paksis
Right.
Base. That's not how that works. So
So we know how to get in there without getting noticed by the Saurians, despite the fact that we're in a pretty big Loom ship.
that's right. So you would drop off you could just take the colonists like to a safe place to land,
Yeah.
escort them to one of the safe houses, and then wait there for a basically a transport to show up from Paksis Base. Now they're going to be a little surprised to find
500 people. Yeah, that's going to be a big deal, especially from a colony of people that have been lost for like a lot of time.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And at the same time, you know, one of the other things that this is going to do for you is if you go ahead and you dump those 500 people on Paksis Base. That is, Paksis Base is probably not like it's probably got about 25,000 people. 500 people
Would
is
be a big deal.
a big
Yeah.
deal. So being able to say, well, actually, we have a place to put them. We just need your help.
Yeah. So that's the plan. Then we show up. We go, okay, we got this. We got to do some stuff with it. That it's got to go somewhere. But these people are ready to make a colony on this ship that we have.
Yep.
That we're in control of. Don't ask me how. Yes.
So let's just go ahead and say that you right now are sitting at the Ranger's Roost, and you have just said what you have just said.
Right, like we've informed everybody with all the things.
Paksis
and I'm wrapping up the story, and I'm like, yeah, but don't ask me how.
Yeah. Sudro Paksis is sitting there. Now, one thing to understand
What's Sudro look like? Is Sudro like a really intimidating adult? Are they really...
He looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. And his brother looks like Gerard Butler.
Depends on the lighting.
Okay.
Okay.
They tend to go more gray hair than rich dark hair. They're at that stage where they're a little bit more, they're a little
so
bit
they definitely look like somebody's dad.
Yeah.
So we're just eating sandwiches while I'm just shooting my mouth going, we got this is pretty cool. So we got like all these people here for a minute, but we need to send them, some might want to stay, others from this colony might want to go on that colony. There's probably going to be a little going on with the people here, but yeah. I think there's a lot of potential here. Is he a general or admiral?
He is a commander. Commander Sudro Paksis. Yep.
Now, Commander. So that's what's up.
Now, the thing to understand about Sudro Paksis is that Sudro and his brother were both jump rangers, and they're both pretty well known in human space. They're considered heroes. So Arden, his brother, was in the Fight Corps, and Sudro was in the Xeno Corps.
Okay, but they're still adults. So
they're adults.
I don't know.
And Sudro has grown into kind of his spy master identity as he's gotten older. Sudro Paksis, without question, is the Nick Fury of the Jump Rangers universe.
Right,
he absolutely is. So it's
even better that I'm just like
totally. And you can see him sitting there trying to calculate how he's going to force you to give up more than you have. Like he's clearly sitting there doing the math in his brain.
Look, I can see you. I can see you turning the wheels, grown up. I can see him spinning. Okay, Ripper can like see him from the inside spinning. Okay, that's.
Ripper's sitting quietly, thinking
But
of an
here's
exit
the thing.
plan. Okay, like I'm looking for the back door at the moment because I'm not dumb,
But
and we might
here's,
need it.
well, here's
You're
the
just
deal,
like quietly
guy boy.
eating a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, just like
very
whipping it around,
loudly.
whipping it around. Like I accidentally like I dipped it in some tomato sauce, like some tomato, and I was answering a question earlier, and I was like, but and then I flicked a little bit at somebody nearby,
Okay.
and they were like, oh.
Look, we have already had this conversation with the grown-ups in the colony and let them know that
Yeah,
push comes to shove, we might be beating a hasty retreat with them.
yeah,
And their safest option is to come with us. However, they needed to decide before they walked in who was going to stay no matter what and who was going to come with us. And we were only wanted the
Okay.
people who we could trust
Okay.
yeah.
to
You
know
can
that we,
trust us.
that we might be leaving. Like
We're the
I
best
didn't want
kids.
everybody to know. Gel knows because Gel
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Gel's my personal lie detector. She's even better
Okay.
at that than I am.
But yeah,
So,
I'm just
So
telling
you
this guy.
you guys are playing good cop and bad cop a little bit here. I see.
Yeah,
All
and I'm just
Yeah.
like, look, Commander.
well,
All
the bad cops heard stories of people being burned before. Okay, that's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
True.
So do me this favor.
Yeah.
I want you both to make a combined roll. This is a heart roll
Okay.
from. I'm going to say you're doing most of the talking, Buster, but I'm going to let you combine actions here because you are providing a constant judgmental glare. I'm sure, Ripper. Like,
Got a pretty good resting.
Is Gel with you, or is
Never
Gel
mind.
with?
No. Gel is in contact, but not in the room because
Okay.
Gel is our point of contact in case we've got to get that backup plan going.
Okay.
Thank goodness for psychics. Okay.
So do me this.
Thank
Grab your body dice. This is going to be our last.
Body.
Yep.
Ugh.
This is gonna no a heart. This is a body roll.
Oh,
This is
okay.
a heart roll.
thank
Excuse me. Your strength dice. So this is a heart roll for Buster. Subtract 1 for Ripper's contribution, and we're gonna start with you. I have now. This is not a tough roll for Sudro. You're dealing with somebody who has a lot of emotional intelligence, who's very good at reading people. So let's see how Sudro Paksis is gonna do here.
So I take 1 out, so that means I roll 4 heart. Okay.
4 heart. You have. What are you bringing to this roll? What do you have to offer this roll?
I have. We'll start with my training, my basic.
Yep.
I have strategy, combat.
I'm gonna give you strategy, but not combat.
Yeah, piloting.
Nope.
Loom technology.
Nope.
Virtues, assertive.
Yep.
Focused.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes, that matters here.
It's pretty cool that I'm like kind of in front of everybody, just talking to Paksis like, hey, bro. Hey, buddy boy, what's up? What's happening?
And my favorite.
Relentless.
Okay.
My favorite.
Inspiring.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to inspire.
In the room with others in there, I definitely have the opportunity to be like.
Well, you also have the opportunity to inspire Sudro Paksis to be his best self here. You really do. Like
right.
He was a ranger. He's just He's just also
and,
a good liar.
and righteous.
Yep. Yes. Okay.
So there you go.
I would definitely say this one's righteous.
You have 1 automatic victory. You have your 4 dice to go. So let me see how I'm doing here.
Oh wait, before we move up, we got to think about any virtues we want to add.
I think that's why I have authority in brackets at the bottom of my list. I think that's what I was going for next.
Okay. That's a good one.
What would mine be? I'm in a kind of I'm going to be doing a lot of like a negotiating today. So I'm thinking something along the lines of like amenable.
Diplomacy?
Wow.
Diplomatic.
This is going to be
charismatic.
This is going to be a hard nut to crack. Diplomatic is yes. You can be diplomatic if you want to find a more
Yeah.
earnest, if you want to find a more earnest way into that, because I think we can trust
Yeah.
Buster
Let me
to
look
be.
at it.
I think we can trust Buster. Trustworthy is what you're looking for.
Yeah, there we go. Trustworthy. That's a good one. I like that. That's good.
Are you going to be leaning into trustworthy on this one?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm being like kind of I'm being a kid who's like being like, yeah, we did a lot of stuff this last couple months. Like it's been real cool, man. Like so, she's obviously in some ways trying to impress like the other Jump Rangers around them,
Okay.
but at the same time,
This is
like
important.
This is important. Buster, I'm going to put this on the table. Right now, you're just trying to sell Paksis that your way is the best way first go, right?
yeah, I'm trying to sell.
You have 9 victories that you need to get on this roll.
Let's freaking go. Okay, but I take a die out because of Liz, right?
Yep. You have
Okay,
one
so-
automatic victory. Did I count that right? One automatic victory. Oh, we didn't do Liz's yet.
Yeah, we haven't added
Okay.
Liz yet.
Okay,
So
Liz. Okay, so we have
that's
one
why I'm
automatic
stopping
victory.
us for a
What else?
second.
What else? Okay. What do you bring to the table, Liz?
Well, there's basic,
Yep. 2 automatic victories.
smart.
3 automatic victories.
I don't.
Yep.
All I have are virtues. Just so we're clear, I really
Okay.
need to work on that.
But psychic and okay.
Smart, untamed. I think untamed counts for this one because I'm kind of bucking against authority.
Yep.
Psychic.
5.
Far-seeing, because I feel like this is one of those things where you have
Yes.
to be able to maneuver around an adult.
6.
Curious.
No.
Improv.
Yes. 7 automatic victories. This just.
That's and I'm not done. But yeah.
Okay. You're not done?
No, I think quick-witted, mindful, clever, and heartless all actually count for this.
Buster, you have 10 automatic victories. So what I need from you. So yes, this is absolutely a good roll to work
This is
on.
why we did this so well.
Yep.
We're such a good match for those occasions when we have to.
Learning to game this system is part of how the system works. I feel like Jump Rangers can be a relatively easy game to play if you're mindful.
Yeah.
And if you gear the game towards your strengths, and then if you prepare, even if you don't have a friend to play with, if you prepare, you can use your own automatic section. You can find easy things to do and take control of that process.
Yeah.
But if you charge in, things can slip out from under you so fast in this game. And it's tempting to charge in. It's always tempting to charge in. So 10
We've
automatic
been pretty planned out. We've been planned out pretty often.
You're both pretty experienced tabletop role players. Both of you came ready to try and break the game. And
yeah.
And it rewards you for that. I feel like that's fun. You want that in a tabletop role playing game. So don't get 8s, Buster. Don't you do it.
Are you ready for my rolls? Because they're pretty good.
Okay, hit me.
2, 2, 1, 2.
Did you re-roll your ones?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just the one. I only had the 1.
Oh yeah, okay.
I got a 6 on that.
So Sudro Paksis just sits there and stares at you for a minute, and then
I'm like,
and then from behind the counter, breaking the silence, you hear Uncle Slappy just snort and start laughing at him. He just he can't. He's eventually he's get out of here, Sudro. You're not. You're done. Sudro Paksis takes a deep sigh, knowing full well that it doesn't benefit him to try and be taken seriously in this room.
However, we remain in control of that ship. I guarantee you, good things will come of us being in control of that ship to this colony.
I've always thought that Big Mouth was a responsible kid. I have no doubt that he's going to make a responsible.
He's the most responsible there ever was, sir.
The point of irritation.
And Big Mouth sitting next to you says, "Thank you, Commander Paksis. I appreciate that."
Big Mouth has got this.
Welcome home,
with
Rangers.
Others to help. Well,
Job
thank you.
well done.
We are aware.
If there's anything you need, I want you to talk to my quartermaster and let them know. We'll see how we can help.
Woo! We gonna get a code up in here. Let's go.
So, with that being said, robot power play. Here we go. I think this is where I have the character I'm looking for. Quartermaster. I gotta scroll.
And that counted toward my trustworthiness, right?
That absolutely counts towards your trustworthiness. Yeah.
Yay!
You nailed it. You nailed your first roll.
You know, I almost think maybe there's a better word for it, and it's like it's a kid word, and I've just got to find it because there's a way a kid would say they trust somebody. So that's the concept, but I think the name. I think we're still workshopping.
So the quartermaster is somebody you met before. It's where you got all those boomers
and we need more boomers.
You are going to get more boomers. Casey Holmes, also used to be. Let's see. Never used
We've been
to be
at boomers for months.
Casey Holmes was a scout, one of the scouts, one of the people who's always watching over the safe houses and watching over Loom activity and Saurian activity on the planet, and then reporting back. So there's a lot of commanders, especially in Loom space, who came from that kind of group of people who helped Sudro Paksis establish this base. There's a lot of the colony leaders in Loom space came from there because, of course, this is the only way to get to Loom space. So if there's an opportunity for a colony, that opportunity almost always falls on Sudro to sort of staff up and help with. And he's always like, I think this person, I think that person. You see what I'm saying? And he sends them out. Casey's from that group of folks. So she is absolutely a grown-up, absolutely like military mindset, very CIA. You know what I'm saying? Very CIA. But she has worked her way into kind of the the Q role. She's the one handling all the tech. She runs the tech shop. And just to be clear with you, in case anybody's not aware, tech shops are printing shops.
Right.
So it's not just scavenging. There is printing technology in this game. So if there's something you need, you can have it. And as you two make your way down into the bowels of the base, it's the aesthetic of this place is very, it's very
Levski.
Yeah, it's very Levski. That's exactly
Levski,
right.
yeah.
Yep. It's very self-linked.
Oh, I miss Levski.
Like lots of iron staircases, lots of corridors,
yeah.
all these kinds of things. Like everything rattles when you touch it. And it's all been drilled out of this mountain. Like the cave systems were used because they wanted a way to fly ships closer to the base without being detected. And they don't even start messing with the caves until you get far enough into the mountain that like any energy signatures would be invisible at that point. So flying in and out of this place is hair-raising, but it's been kept safe all this time for that reason.
I bet it's freaking fun.
It is. It's a cool place, and there's a lot of kids here. It is one of the largest colonies in human space. It's Mars, which is another one of those colonies that's run by a Paksis loyalist. Arden Paxis's base is called Fort Paksis on Planet Battleground, and that's the only planet that we're actually winning against the Saurian Horde on.
Mm-hmm.
And then one or two other places, and that's it. So yeah, this is a major hub of human civilization. And you round your way down into the tech shop, and Casey Holmes is standing there. And as soon as she sees the two of you walk in, they go, hold on a second. Casey reaches down. Casey's an older, kind of female-presenting person with short hair. Again, been around a lot, starting to gray, salt and pepper, and Casey pulls out a hoverboard, puts it on the counter, and slides it across the counter towards Ripper. So, Ripper, you may put hoverboard under the stuff. So, for the purposes of this game, let me just take a quick look and see what I actually did here. I'm pretty sure what we do is we just say hoverboard works just like another virtue or piece of training. Any role where having a hoverboard helps you provides an extra.
Now we have a baseball bat and a hoverboard.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Nothing can beat us.
Oh, here you go. Hoverboards have the capability hovering. Yeah, you get to use the hoverboard as an item. So anytime where hovering is useful, you can add an additional +1 to your
I am about to
target
become
number.
so obnoxious.
Congratulations, Rangers! I hear it was a barn burner.
I don't know what a barn is, but cool.
Word travels fast here. Giant bugs. Are you
Oh
kidding?
yeah.
We smelled so bad.
Ah.
We smelled so bad.
Spore worlds are no
Ooh.
joke. Spore worlds are not safe places. And you got all those colonists off that planet. And
They smelled worse.
apparently you rescued what, 180 loom?
They're friends
Something
now.
like that.
Lester did that.
Something like that. Maybe you know, we just gotta. Well, if it's 181 if you consider Lux.
Do we consider Lux or do we hide Lux because he's our secret friend? That
Yeah, that's what is the what is
he's
our
our ace in
agreement?
the hole, just in case. No one has to know about Lux yet.
Impressive work, Rangers. I've been instructed by the commander to help you to the best of my ability. Is there anything I can do for you?
She knows what she wants. You want a hoverboard?
You got the
I got the
hover. That just
hoverboard.
happened,
Oh.
Lester. That just
Oh,
happened.
I thought you meant when you. I guess I thought we were going to get it.
No.
Sorry.
This
I misunderstood.
We are out of duct tape though. We used that.
Okay. Just
Yeah, so we need a bunch of boomers because
Mhm.
we
blew them all.
okay.
blew them all in the first episode.
Both
First
of you.
day-
Both
First
of you.
20 minutes.
Both of you get 2 cases of boomers apiece. So that's 10 boomers on your second page of your character. I guess you don't have your character sheets anymore.
Yeah, at some
That's
point I
right.
gotta. You know what? I need to. I have the file. I just need to print it again downstairs and just refill it.
I no
out.
longer have a printer.
Okay, I'll print you a character sheet.
Thanks.
You're
Or-
welcome.
I've just been like, I just alt tabbed a lot for a while.
What's that, sweetie? Got lost in the shuffle. That's all. But you each have.
Or
If
there was a way to PDF the character sheet a little bit, you know, you could have it on your phone.
Yes, I have at some point done that. I'm just not happy with the results.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But
yeah, that takes a second to figure out. I get that.
Both of you have 10 boomers, and both of you have 10 scramblers.
Cool. Yeah. We've never used our scramblers, like, ever.
I did. You didn't.
Oh, right.
I blew all my scramblers too.
That's the only time they've ever been. We've
I've
always
had nothing
been
but
practical.
duct tape.
Wow, we're like so good at not using
Ammunition.
regular weapons.
I had nothing but duct tape for almost the entire
We're so
adventure.
improvised with the bat. Like the bat was like a handle when we were riding the bug. Like the bat is the ultimate multi-tool.
You know, we should get Big Mouth a bat and get it inscribed with his name for when he leaves.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
So he can remember you.
I have an idea.
You're telling me you've been using your bat as a lever?
Everything.
A lot of
weapon,
things.
A lever, a pry bar,
a pointer during presentations.
Can I see your bat, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I do a little like.
Okay.
Flip.
So
Fancy
Casey Holmes takes the bat, sets it down on the counter, takes a little hand scanner, like one of those things that you would expect to see at a grocery store. It just kind of zoop, and kind of like lasers it into the system, and sits here and takes a look at it, and starts tapping the keyboard. Why don't you let me see what I can do with?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like maybe we could put some stuff in it.
What's
you know, like you know, what if like it could have like something? She's just like, there's so many possibilities. Because I'm thinking with her, like honestly, like with her updates, like with the you know her new thing with the loom technology and stuff like that. Like maybe there's an electric element to it of some kind.
I was gonna say a compartment to hide like an electronic skeleton key would not be a bad idea.
That and like
weaponize it.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like when
yes,
like
honey.
it has a switch Oh.
Yeah, I heard that. Sorry about that. I'm getting a piece of news. My wife just
Oh.
told me that James Earl Jones died too.
Yeah. Recipes. But maybe it has like some kind of switch that when it's switched on, it's like the business end of it actually has like more impact. Like there's something inside of it, like magic beans. You know,
Yeah.
those little jumping beans you used to get in the little.
Okay.
Like, how do you make that kind of thing work? What's your idea, lady?
I hear what you're saying. Why don't you give me a day to work on this?
Okay.
And come back.
Getting real food for a day.
Come back tonight. Yeah, go get some. Go to the mess. Get yourself some dinner.
I'm hoverboarding to the mess.
With
You better keep up, Buster. Your legs being longer than mine is no longer going to be a thing.
Look. I'm going to tell you something out of character. This is the girl whose D&D character had a carpet that could move 80 feet per turn. I am well aware of how magical a movement item is. Literally, 80 feet per turn is real handy in a fight with a dragon. Big time.
My little short 7-year-old legs are no longer going to be an issue. You might not be the first one through the door one of these days.
That's true.
Except that you will, because I don't actually want to be the first one through the door.
So
yeah, but you can zip around as needed.
So there's advantages and disadvantages to being at a base that's as organized as this one is. Everyone feels like they have a purpose here. Most people have jobs that are related to the safety of other colonists. So there aren't a lot of people who just like are goofballs and chill and hang out. And on top of that, with the presence of, 800 new colonists from or whatever it is from Lost Base, 600 I think I said. There's people are working overtime to make sure that everything happens. But the fact that everyone's so well trained, the fact that everyone is so focused means that in general, everyone is super respectful of Jump Rangers. Everybody here is always happy to help. They're ready. There's a very can-do atmosphere around Paksis Base.
Yeah, everybody's busy and has got something good to do.
Yes, nobody feels like they're wasting their time. Nobody is like floundering in life. Nobody's bored or looking for trouble. And as a result,
there's no crime here.
Ripper's always.
Ain't nobody got time for crime over here.
Are we getting anything for Gel? We got to pick some stuff up for Gel before we go.
Or you should take Gel to the mess and introduce Gel to food that's not made of bugs.
It's time.
I am ready for that. So long as when we come back for Ms. Bat, we have like a set of stuff for Gel. Because I mean, wherever we go next, she's probably coming.
It ain't Ms. Bat. It's
okay.
Bat.
So you need a recruit. You need a recruit kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can come back for that. That's like
you're gonna have to. I'm gonna need some time for that. So I will get back to you. Go have some food. Give me 5 hours, 6 hours. Come back when the day's over, and I'll be ready to do business. Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Rangers. We're proud of you.
You should be.
We love those accolades.
Bam can't take a compliment. Actually, she takes a compliment and tells you ought to give me that compliment. You should give me that compliment. I deserve that compliment.
All right, Ripper. Let's see how you do. I want you to take your. Yeah, this is where we learn. This is where we learn the hard way. Take. How many body dice do you have? How many body dice do you have? 3 body dice. Grab those 3 dice. And let's take
I'm
a
here,
look at
but
your character
I'm
sheet.
walking off for just a second for some water.
All right.
You've got hover. Tell me what else you got.
Smart.
Nope.
Quick-witted?
What's that?
I feel like clever and survival are really important in this particular one, as well as improv.
I'm going to give you improv, and I'm going to give you quick-witted. The survivalist in you would not get on the hoverboard.
All right. Well, then let's take that traversal instead.
Yes, traversal. That's 4.
And untamed.
Untamed is 5, and don't forget basic training.
Oh yeah, I always forget basic. I'm gonna. You know what? I've got to put it under its own thing. Here we go. All right.
You got a target of 6, and you have 3 dice. So show me what you got.
4, 4. 447.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. You're gonna want to practice. You can hoverboard without killing yourself in the corridors of Paksis Base. Like, you are not ready for showtime yet. Do not run from of charging Rexor on this hoverboard just yet. Have a different plan.
This is fair.
Um,
Mostly because you know Bam Bam will make fun of me.
oh yes. I imagine that Buster's hearing this. I think Buster's got his buds in, so I think this is probably.
Oh,
So this is a solid first attempt at hoverboarding, and you've always thought it was very cool, and you do manage to bank off of one wall without killing
nice.
yourself. So you do a little trick that you feel really good about. Like,
Okay.
you managed to pull that off. Like, that's a moderately difficult thing to do, and you achieved a moderate difficulty. But this is not. You are doing, like, challenging for a kid, not challenging
God.
for a superhero. You're not.
I already see this becoming something that I'm going to have to face sooner than I'd like to. But okay, I'll take what I got.
Did you hear this? This Bam Bam? Bam Bam is muted.
I got most of it, but then my roommate asked. We were dealing with some dog stuff.
Okay. So, long story short, like, the two of you are heading to grab Gel and Hand to the Mist.
Right.
Ripper is not living up to Ripper's name exactly on the hoverboard just yet. Ripper does manage to bank.
We're not ripping just yet.
We're not ripping
sweet tricks.
Like, Ripper does manage to bank off of one wall and is super proud of herself. Like, and probably the truth is that I don't think you've ever seen Ripper, like, express, like, I did it. Ripper's always like the one who's like, I'm gonna do this, get out of my way, right?
Right, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Exactly how it goes.
But in this particular case, Ripper's like, okay, gets on the board and, like, starts scooting down. I'm like, I'm doing it. And then they start to head towards the wall.
So slowly.
And then, so slowly. And then they're starting to drift towards the wall. They don't know how to turn, and they're going, oh no! Like, and then Ripper manages to lean it up and get up on the wall and then come down. And they're like, I did it! And, like,
I'm just gonna kind of like continue walking. Because I've probably been kind of like just sort of behind her, like
But
at
you
my
didn't have
pace.
to save me.
Yeah, I didn't have to save you. I just kind of watched, and then like when you're like, oh, at the end of it, I'm like, you're gonna go so far. There's so much.
I'm gonna get so good at that. One day I'm gonna save your life using that hoverboard.
Maybe we can find spots for you to get better at it when we go places.
That would be so cool.
Like,
there's some good rocks outside.
Well, and there might be like some big old pipes that are broken in half or something.
Oh, absolutely. This is the kind of place where, as you get down into the lower levels, and
yeah, maybe we can find like a duct
construction that's underway, that kind of thing. They're always building here. So
yeah. There's always some exposed area that's fantastic. Yeah.
Exactly. Very much like this place is very much like
I know what Big Mouth would think of
that. It'd be good for you, Ripper, is if you practiced like basic stuff over water, because if you fell in the water, you'd be wet and be mad about it. So you'd get better because you don't want to be mad about falling in water.
That's true. Plus, we wouldn't have to use our first aid much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might have to come swim in and get you, but like, have you learned to swim? You probably learned that in basic. We all learn how to swim in basic.
Depends on where you are.
A little bit of lore.
That's fair.
I have been swimming since I was 3.
Yeah, Ripper's got traversal.
Really?
Ripper knows how to get from place to place. Ripper's good.
For real.
Yep.
I swim like I'm pretty good at it, but it's not like a thing I've done a lot.
Yep.
If Ripper was 13 or 14, Ripper would be competitive. But Ripper is 7.
Okay.
And Liz is 40 something.
Then maybe.
So neither of us are competitive.
Maybe I would. Then I probably wouldn't have to. Then the water thing's even better because I don't have to come get you.
Plus you can.
Because you're probably a better swimmer than me.
You can splash people with the hoverboard if you do it right. That'd be a fun trick to learn.
Ooh, yeah! You gotta learn to drift.
Oh, okay. Really get Big Mouth too.
So
if he
you
didn't
two are
know it
talking
was
all
gonna.
this over when you arrive at Jell's quarters.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
huge
This is filler
barracks.
discussion.
The first
Jell
thing
will be impressed. Jell's
you
impressed by everything Ripper does.
you find out first of all that Jell's parents have absolutely taken responsibility for introducing Jell to other food. But Jell has eaten so much that she's been sick twice. Well, you guys have,
Yeah.
and as
And
soon as you're
probably still have her parents.
and as soon as you get there and you're like, hey, can we take Jell to the mess? Jell immediately is like, can I go? 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 And her mom is like, she's eaten so much. She's been sick. I just want you to be careful because she will do it again. She's not.
We're gonna have drinks made of water. Maybe with a little something like some sugar or something, some sweet in them, just to get your brain on it. Ooh, you know what's really good? Frozen water. It's called popsicle. Fantastic.
So the food here is limited, as you
I
might
kind of
expect.
wink at her parents, like I got this.
Yeah. So this is one of those situations where you know, there's limited resources here. They do as much as they can with the resources they have, and they do composite together certain chemicals. Some people also grow stuff, and they grow algae for mass consumption, and then people will go and have gardens and things on the side to try and supplement what the mess hall is capable of. So it's a community effort. There's a lot of food here. Definitely, you can find flavored frozen waters and flavor, they have all those kinds of things for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna do something where I actually
Algae
specifically.
pudding.
This is something that I think would be a thing with Bam
And they
Bam.
grow meat. They do grow meat as well. They grow protein.
Oh yeah. But I think she would specifically seek out water that has mint infused in it for
the tummy.
Yeah, because if she's having tummy problems and she wants something kind of sweet and delicious,
That's a great idea.
I mean, something with mint and maybe another flavor like watermelon or whatever a good combination. But yeah, something that would appeal to her. That's like, hey, you don't know that this is kind of medicine.
Yeah,
delicious medicine that you can drink plenty of, and you're fine.
Jell's super impressed. What are the two of you eating? What would you want to eat after a journey like this?
Ooh. I mean, the American, the red-blooded American in me, personally, and Buster says a burger.
They can do a burger. They can do a burger facsimile.
Like double cheeseburger, run through the garden. but I'm 10, so
that's twice the reason for it.
Yeah. Well, I have to consider I haven't really eaten great food in a while. So
plus, you want to eat something that you're surrounded by big important grown-ups who do big important jobs, and the idea of
and some of their big according to somebody like Bam Bam, I think the most important job a grown-up can do is make food that I like. I think honestly,
that's fair.
That would be a very valued thing for Bam Bam, especially right at this moment in time, because she's like, ah. But what would a space version of a burger be? It would be totally different. Is my point too?
No,
it wouldn't be
it would be more sliced. It would be more sliced. Is the thing they're going to make bread is something that people have had for millennia. They're going to have
we're going to have bread. And you cannot tell me they're not going to have bread in space. It is the most reliable staple of all of the history of mankind.
They're going to grow meat and they're going to grow a cheese-like substance out of protein. They're going to have both of those things. They're going to have creamy protein and they're going to have thick, chewy protein. So and it's going to be, they'll have vegetarian option of that, and they'll have a non-vegetarian option of that for health reasons. So they'll have so they grow that meat, and so they have that. So you get a stack of sliced foods.
So
it's a sandwich.
She'll ask for her burger to be specifically well seasoned, with whatever space salt is. I'm sure salt's easy to find. with all the mining
very
humans
much so,
do.
very much so. Yeah, salt is not as hard to find as some of these other things.
God, the spice market has to be really valuable between humans when you think about it.
Yes.
Kind of like in the past.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry. I love food tangents, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I asked for a reason.
But,
I wanted to know. I think this is a great conversation.
yeah, a burger with cheese run through the garden, and like specifically a smash burger, like grilled, like lacy, crispy edges.
Okay.
We don't play around. The onions or whatever the equivalent of onion is on top of the burger or is on the downside of the burger when it's being smashed on the griddle.
You sit there and it's like these people are older.
Whatever the side is, I don't care about that.
And you
just
sit
give
there
me
and
potatoes.
you give them step-by-step instructions on how to make this sandwich.
Yes.
And as much as they probably don't want to hear it, again, you are a jump ranger who has just come
I'm
back.
explaining it.
You just
the Ripper
and
everybody and Jill, because I'm like, this is the best way to eat a burger. Now, what are you two eating? What are you guys getting?
Jell's gonna have the drink that you got her. She doesn't know what to eat, and she loves it.
You just drink stuff.
She's amazed.
I might give you some fruit later. Maybe.
What are you interested in, Liz? What would Ripper want to eat after?
Yeah, Bam Bam's like excited.
Come
on, Ripper.
I want a tomato sandwich.
A character, I love you so much for saying that. That is one of my favorite things in the world. You went right here today.
It's a tomato sandwich with lots of spice. Gotta have some heat to it. It's gotta be sweet and heat. Maybe some cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Harry the Spy.
You want cheese on the salad on the side. You want cheese on the salad.
Yeah.
Like just on the side cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd rather just like a chunk of cheese on the side, actually. Like
very doable.
Which honestly is not that different from 40-something-year-old Ripper.
Yeah. Great.
Girl dinner.
who is still largely vegetarian. Loves the smell of Bam Bam's food, but just can't bring herself to eat it.
So
she'll just chill with the smell of a really yummy lacy hamburger while she eats tomato instead. But you could toast the bread. That would be nice if you could toast the bread.
Big Mouth cuts in line behind the both of you and orders exactly what the both of you just ordered. He gets exactly what you just said. He says, I'll have one more of everything that they asked for.
Aw, that's actually kind of cute.
And he sits down with you at a table after you all collect your food. You know, and the four of you have a quiet moment before Big Mouth says, Rangers, I think this is where I have to grow up. I want you to know something. I never imagined the life that I'm about to live, and I never imagined achieving the things that I've achieved because of you. And
yeah, you didn't know your last adventure was going to be your best one, did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, we do that.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
Sorry,
he just eats his food. He doesn't know what else to say.
I will say, the thing where, you were kind of merged with old boy. I want you to know, while I may have seemed a bit lackadaisical about that, which I will say was for the best at the time, but I hope it didn't hurt you.
Well,
I hope it helped you grow in some way.
Something I learned from the both of you is that you have to let people be who they are. And I think that lesson saved my life on this mission. And
Yeah, well, you have to let people be who they are, but people can't just always stay the same either. That's how people work.
That's true.
And you're
I
not going to stay
totally
the
take
same.
back at least half the bad things I said about you when you weren't in the room.
Thank you, Ripper.
I said half. Some of it was true. Well, all of it was true. But
And he likes the burger more than he likes the sandwich. He does nibble at the sandwich a little bit. He nibbles at the cheese. He finishes the burger.
If he doesn't finish the sandwich, I'll have the sandwich.
Okay. And he shakes
Waste not,
Gel's-
want not.
Gel, you're in good hands. And then he turns to you and he says, Bam Bam, Ripper, go high and go far. Stands up, straightens out his ranger's uniform, extends his hand to the both of you.
I do a really cool handshake.
You dap him up. Okay.
We totally developed a group handshake at some point. That like Ripper and I would just kind of when we're bored once in a while, like in space. That it's like we'll teach him the thing.
So you finish your meal, and
other people's meals.
And about 5.5 hours later, you're down in the tech shop, and Casey Holmes has a box, sets it in front of Gel, pulls a couple of rank insignia out of the box before handing it over, looks at the two of you and says, "Who's the boss on this operation when it comes to this one? Who's training
Is
Gel?"
it me?
I think, Liz, you're training Gel, aren't you?
I'm training
Is it
Gel.
you?
Gel is my responsibility.
I feel like you're
Casey Holmes.
And
the
I'm
right
Bam Bam's
one.
responsibility.
Casey Holmes holds her hand out over your hands,
We've got a good pecking order.
drops the rank insignia in your hands. The rest of this is for you, kiddo. It's not mine to say, but I hear the appropriate thing to say in a moment like this is go high and go far, Ranger. Gel opens up the case and there's Gel's jumpsuit.
Kit.
There's all the tools. There's an octanator in there. There's a firecracker. Basic loadout of scramblers. All the other tools. Grappler.
How long
all
do
the
you think
basics.
before she's tired of the Ranger food? Because
Even
that's
food
better
pack in there.
for food.
Oh, you are going to have a hard time. Like, Gel has eaten things that you will not eat. Like, do you remember?
And we ate skin out of the filter.
You ate skin. That is the kind of thing that Gel is prepared to eat. Like, you're not going to find too many people in Lost Base who are going to be like, ew, no, I'm not eating that. Like, if it's not going to kill them, if it's going to give them nutrients, it's going down the hatch. Like,
yeah,
she's gonna be so happy with the food pack, which is so gross.
Exactly. Although Gel is like insanely infatuated with the mess hall. Like, Gel was very tempted to get a burger and everything else too, and you were just like, no, tomorrow. You get to eat once. You get hold. You had to. So, and Gel's just staring at this open box, just in complete awe. Like, and I'm going to take a minute here because I'm going to say the two of you have been Rangers now for probably about a year, maybe a little less.
Mm-hmm.
A lot's happened in that time. You forgot. You understand? You forgot. Like,
yeah.
And it's right there on Gel's face. Like, this, like, I'm really doing it. Like,
it's happening.
It's happening. I'm going to be a hero. Like,
nobody panic.
Nobody at Lost Base ever expected to see a Jump Ranger ever in their lifetimes. This is something that Gel has heard about as a legend. And you showed up and you saved her life, and now she's holding a jumpsuit in her hands.
We showed up as legends.
Yep. You absolutely did. Now,
legends.
Bam Bam, I have something I think you're going to want to see.
Oh.
So, pulling out from under the desk, Casey whips up what looks on the surface like what might be an aluminum bat,
Uh-huh.
right? So, first and foremost, it's optimized for swinging, it's counterbalanced, it's weighted, bam bam. Like so
Ooh, yeah.
what I want you to have um so I want you to on your character sheet, right?
Okay, yeah. Come on.
It's called the Bammer.
I like that because I have one and mine's called the hammer.
Yeah, oh, that's right. So here's what I want you to know about
sometimes
the
I'll call it the band hammer.
Yeah.
You just got banned.
This is a careful work of engineering. There's actually a gyroscopic system inside it that lends itself into the swing. Okay.
Okay, let me put this. The bammer. All right, the bammer.
Body plus 2 damage, which
No,
is
not hammer. Not hammer. Bammer.
Yep.
Phone. Okay, sorry. Plus 2 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
Now here's what I want you to know about the Bammer, right? And Casey picks up the bat, holds it out, like, you know what I mean? Holds it out like this, grabs the other end, puts her fingers into a series of sort of nodules, like basically embedded buttons in the end of the Bammer, and twists. And there's a chamber on the inside, right? Casey reaches over towards the stash of ammunition, pulls out a scrambler, jams it in the Bammer, and puts the lid back on.
Oh, okay.
Now it's loaded.
So it's a chamber. Let me write this down before you go for chamber inside, accessed by the buttons at the top of
you
it.
pop
right?
the lid off. You pop. Basically, it's locked such that it won't come off by accident. Like
it's like, and then it's like,
it goes chink, and then it goes like that. You pull it apart, and then
there's the chamber where you drop a scrambler in, and then you close it back up.
Yep.
Okay, you load. So it's basically got an ammo chamber kind of for.
So she goes. Now it's loaded, and then she twists it, and you can hear the bat go, and she says, "Now it's armed."
Okay. Kind of hold it.
It could feel the static, like the hairs on your face are standing up, and you didn't know until this moment that you had hairs on your face. Your eyebrows are standing up. This thing,
my hair, like hair.
If you
what's loose of it,
if you hit something with this,
it will destroy and electrocute it.
like you are going to discharge an entire scrambler. You just turned a scrambler into a melee weapon.
So I really could have used that back on the mothership.
It's a one and done kind of hit, though. Like once the scrambler is like dispensed in the one hit,
you have to unload the scrambler and put another one.
Okay,
but it solves the problem.
So my next interest is going to be finding like a way to
load it
turn it into a magazine.
Yes. or have a scrambler broken up for smaller hits where it's not as strong, but like it's separated charges that fit in the same space of a normal scrambler. So that's going to be her next project.
Something we can work on when we get back.
Exactly. That's a good project for the future.
So the end is insulated, the handle is insulated. So you can
of course.
And so now it's disarmed, and she hands you the bat. And it suddenly doesn't feel like you're getting cancer anymore. Like
I probably actually try to also find gloves that are also insulated just for the sake of safety.
That's not a bad idea. I think your jumpsuit will be
probably it probably is.
So obviously be careful with this. I've reinforced the body. I've used some lightweight alloys. We're going to go ahead and say that this item has a. We're going to go ahead and say this item has a structure.
What's that?
It
sounds familiar.
It is the device's endurance. Like it's the device's
structure.
Yep, a structure.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something. I thought you said a different word I hadn't heard before.
It's this bat has a structure of 15.
So structure 15.
So
it's
if
pretty
this bat,
tough.
it's yes, you have if this bat is ever at risk of being destroyed, you have 15.
I would need to repair it.
You have 15 dice to roll.
To repair it. Okay.
No. If a Rexor decides to eat this thing, like now 15 dice is not necessarily a huge number in the face of a Rexor's like attack. Like that's probably an even fight. You see what I'm saying? But
right.
But like you can certainly prop open a door with it.
Yeah.
Like you probably can prop open a blast door with it. Maybe. You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Boop.
which was not the case with your old bat. Your old bat was not this indestructible. Like you have 15 dice of structure on this thing. So if you ever decide to use it as a lever, if you ever decide to use it as like
it has a lot more. It's harder. It's stronger.
Yes, there is no bat in Major League Baseball that can do what this bat can do. And
I mean, we're not playing by rules here.
No, we're not.
So
no, we're not. And now you can chamber it, lock it with so that's the Bammer.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. I'm very happy about that. And also, I would keep my old bat. Like, kind of not like I would dual wield necessarily, but if I had to, I mean, that'd be fun. I will still keep the old bat with me because it also can still function for other things or, a training bat for Joe.
Do you want to go into the back room, jump out of your jumpsuit for a second, give it to me for 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of us?
No, he's talking to Bam Bam. They're talking to Bam Bam.
Yeah.
There's some clothes back there. Just put on a smock or something. I just need it. So your jumpsuit gets laid out on the table. And
I pick a smock that makes me look Grecian. I tie it up like I'm
perfect. And you lord around.
Like,
you lord around waving your hands and doing important Shakespearean things.
I'm gonna go to Senate.
Yeah, exactly. While Casey works a pair of holsters onto the back of your jumpsuit and slips it.
Cool.
So
so
you've got those two handles.
They cross.
So you can use your because I'm assuming you're going to use the same hand for drawing either bat. So she's going to put them right next to each other. So you've got those.
Yeah, that's perfect.
There you go.
That's perfect. And I think it's kind of cool that if she was doing two-handed, she'd do them both like this instead of this because you never see this.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So there you go.
She's like, Ripper, one day I might get real mad and I'll ask you for some duct tape and we'll make a double bat.
What's that? Alien style, Sigourney Weaver style.
Yeah.
So you have been embatted.
Embatted. That's a good one. Man, that's good. I like it.
So
yes.
Ripper, is there anything else that you would want? Is there anything else that either of you would want from the tech shop while you're here?
Well, Big Mouth is leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, we should get him.
And I think it would be nice to get him a piece of tech that he can keep that's kind of Jump Ranger specific, but that he doesn't necessarily have to be in the know of Jump Ranger stuff to use.
I see.
Just something that he could remember his time with, because he seems kind of sad. I mean, he's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready, but I wasn't always nice to him. He's really annoying. And I'd like him to remember that.
Okay.
Oh man, that's Liz. Woo! That Heartless is always coming through. First I thought,
he's
gonna miss a little much for her character. No, it's correct.
He's gonna miss us. and he needs something to remember us with.
He needs to
So I
remember
was
how to
thinking,
get busted.
I was thinking if we had something that, you know, he could just keep with all his tech stuff because he's a tech head,
Mhm.
Right.
and he could pull it up and maybe not see where we are, but kind of have an idea of where we've been. He can pull up maybe some coordinates, or because we didn't
So
take pictures. You know what I'm saying?
one of the things about the Jump Rangers is that they carry the mail. So
Right. Yeah.
so there's
We're the
no
Pony Express.
you are the Pony Express. There is no interstellar communication,
Right.
at least until someone figures out how to piggyback it through the interstellar communication of the Saurian horde. Like,
But we could give him a map of the places we were together.
oh, that's true.
Little lights would be enough.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay.
With notes that said, "This is where we beat you up."
Because I may have suggested a bat earlier, but he wouldn't use it very well.
Yeah.
He's not a bad
So
guy.
it wouldn't
Not a
help
bad guy.
him. Not a bat guy.
Not a
So,
bad
but
guy.
he is a tech head.
That's true.
And so a little map so he could remember us would probably be something nice for him.
Okay.
And I figured that would be easy.
That is
We
relatively
just have to show you all the stuff all the places we went.
Yeah.
'Cause we were gone a while.
okay.
Like a long while.
That's really nice. Well, okay, you do that. You make him like a little plaque with some glowing lights on it.
Yep.
That little star map. Aww. And he's when you give it to him, he is actually very touched. He does not get entirely the message that you're trying to send, because he doesn't really think he did anything wrong.
That's
What's-
But can I also have a knife? Little
yeah,
one.
of
Fold
course.
up.
Let me take it.
Make it safe. Make it safe for me and small enough for my 7-year-old hands. Because honestly, that duct tape was a real son of a gun. And it tasted awful, and I had to tear it with my teeth.
Okay, Shriekers, Scramblers. Yeah.
So
Your knife is.
It should have a little perforator on it.
yeah.
So yeah, utility knife. You have a utility knife. It does.
Does it have my name on it? Because
Do you want it to have? Yeah, you can have your name on it. Yeah.
okay, I'm good.
Utility.
Then I'm good.
Yep.
I have enough.
And it says it's body +1 damage for the utility knife.
Okay.
So Gel is dressed up and ready to go. You have your gear.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hop a Saurian mothership. What are you gonna? I mean, is it just gonna be that simple? Or do you want to?
Well, we gotta say
trying to
bye
get
to
Del-
Lux.
Oh yeah, of course.
Boy.
Of course. Okay.
I
We
wonder.
gotta meet those colonists to say bye to them, though. We haven't really talked to
Do you
them
think the
before.
colonists will have any tools or any advice for us on our way to Earth? Because I haven't been since.
No, they do not know what to tell you about going to Earth. None of these people have
Okay.
ever
And
been.
neither will Lux.
No.
I know Lux doesn't know. Lux doesn't know anything.
So there is going to be a fair amount of traffic, to and from a hidden position
Places.
where, yep, they're going to hide the
Yeah.
mothership, and you can hop a Hermes transport
Of course,
out of the
yeah.
cargo bay and fly it out to the mothership as the colonists are making their way back and as they're installing a proper base, right? And
Right.
and as a sort of bargaining chip, Big Mouth has made Sudro Paksis very happy by giving the colonists at Paksis Base the Valhalla.
Right, that
Which-
was what we were gonna do.
Yep.
That was what we were. Yeah. So he just started himself out really good.
Yep.
He can.
So he's getting tons of support, tons of help, and the Valhalla is being dismantled and moved back in parts, in pieces, with the same. So the transports are carrying Valhalla parts back, and they're carrying colonists to the work site.
Yeah,
And
probably is like super the most useful thing that's happened to the colony in like a hot minute.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And the two of you are getting a lot of respect and a lot of appreciation for everything that you've done. So you get a chance to say goodbye to Lux. Lux is predictably aloof. Like, okay, Like, like Lux doesn't necessarily understand the concept of loss yet. Lux, Lux waited like thousands of years, maybe,
Yeah. He
to to go
doesn't
back and get.
perceive to him the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, so it's a
I
whole
was telling
different.
him, I'm like, well, Lux, we wanted you to come say bye to you before we went on to do some other stuff. Maybe
Goodbye.
we'll run into you again in the future.
Maybe you will.
I don't think we will. Saying.
You never know. Sometimes people can make a guest appearance.
I will. I will take note of your existence.
That's about the best we're gonna get out of you. So, see you later, bud. Mwah. Mwah.
And that's why you didn't get a plaque.
Tell good old Spark over there
Where-
about us and all that. You know.
All right, I will.
All right. And kind of walking away. Eventually, when we're like far enough that we're out of it and all that, I just kind of look at Ripper and I'm like, one day, like in a couple of centuries, maybe, he's gonna figure it out. Maybe.
Maybe.
Will be. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you. I plan to live forever. So.
Well, I mean, maybe we can figure out how to get him. Maybe we can run into him in the future, and he can install our brains.
That'd be nice.
That'd be
I
kind of
mean, maybe being Loom isn't so bad.
Do you think
You're not a jerk.
that that they were like people before they were robots? They probably know how to make that stuff.
Like I'm saying,
Yep.
We should upload
I'm living
later.
forever. I just don't know how yet.
Oh man, imagine if we got uploaded in the Loom. Oh, it would be. They would never know how to
We
behave
could
ever again.
possess Big Mouth.
No, we could possess Lux. That would be funny. We get it back.
Go back. He wouldn't know what happened, and all of a sudden, he'd be wondering why
it'd be
he
cool?
likes tomato sandwiches.
We could possess like Saurians, and then we could be like, look at our tiny T-Rex arms.
That'd be pretty good too.
So the mothership, the Loom troll ship, has been stationed in an asteroid belt off of planet Link. This system sees a fair amount of activity, and there's a couple of different ways into the system. One of the things that happens in this system periodically is that there are void whales that come through here every so often.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
That's neither
never
good
had
nor
a
bad.
whale.
Whereas
That's
one
neither.
particular void whale, it is known as actually a human colony inside it, Pinocchio style. And they travel all throughout Loom space and come back to Planet Link because the void whale is going in that direction. So they've just built this little colony in there.
Yeah, it has a pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're flying. You travel out. You take the Hermes out. You say your goodbyes. You hang out with the colonists who are there for a little while. You say goodbye to Governor Weiss. You take
Some
the
sandwiches for
transport
the
back.
road.
You pass by some void whales. The two of you are sitting there joking around, talking about possessing Saurians, and the pilots of the Hermes are not surprised. Jump Rangers are a regular thing here, so these pilots are like, "Yep, another day, another dollar." Like listening to kids crack up about nonsense and then go off and do heroic stuff is oddly normal in this universe. And on the way back, they're heading back to Paksis Base. Do you need us to drop you at a? Are you heading to a safe site, or are you heading to Paksis Base? We can let you off where you need to go.
What do you want to do? What's the new direction?
Well, at some point we got to make our way to Earth.
Yeah, maybe we should just start.
Which way should we go?
Make it a long road, get from here to here.
Okay.
I mean,
well, in
Jell's
that
got to
case,
learn some stuff on the way.
in that case, we'll say that they drop you off. Earth is in the Saurian Empire, so you're definitely going into Saurian space. Blister City is what the pilots call the Saurian spaceport of Planet Link, because
Mhm.
Saurian architecture looks an awful lot like somebody blowing bubbles into a tar pit,
Okay.
and then like claws and antennas rising out of it, and connect like
Right.
almost as though like these bubbles built up on each other and rose upon each other, and then dark Batman-esque terrible things happen, throughout that. So
Right.
so Blister City rising in the distance with these ominous red lights. The pilots take you to a safe house that they know it's inside a cave, and there's rations and things to tide you over while you get. But you don't need any of that. You've been resting up for the last couple days. You just decide to hike it out. You make your way across the vast expanse. You stay low. There's a dragon space fighter wing that flies overhead. You stay out of sight. You stay out of the undersort patrols. And you've done this many, many times before, so we'll roll it later, but this is the beginning of an adventure, so we're going to just kind of work our way into here. Um, you you eventually make your way to what's called an air can. So Saurian spaceports tend to be very gross,
Okay.
and the atmosphere there tends to be very gnarly, and that's certainly true on Planet Link. Air cans
Right.
are air filtration systems removed from Saurian population centers to try and gather up some clean air and purify it before they send it and clean out the air of the motherships. So certain air cans are going to take you to certain motherships. You see what I'm saying? Each docking bay essentially has one. So, but it's like miles out of the city. So, and there's a massive underground tunnel that carries the air in. So you can see the motherships from way out here. You know which docking. Everybody knows this Blister City pretty well, so you know which air can leads to which docking port. You pick a mothership you've never seen before. You just don't know where it's going, and someone should find out what's up with this mothership.
All right,
So,
Jill. This is how your training begins.
so the three of you sneak up past the undersor extermination squads. The air can has a massive fan that's always rotating in the middle of the particular bubble that it's mounted in, and you shut it down for a split second, slip through the fans, drop down, run miles of tunnel into the city, and then make your way through up the air purification system and eventually through a massive segmented hose that leads into the mothership itself. Before too long, you're leading Gel through the air ducts and behind the walls inside this mothership until you find your way to the trash disposal area, because undersores hate cleaning it. And if you keep it in good order, good working order, if nothing breaks, they won't. So it is typically.
Are we alone?
With Gel.
Is it already kept? Is it already well kept? Has someone been there?
Oh, no, you snuck in past undersor extermination squads and all these kinds of things. But this is normal Jump Rangers routine activity. You guys have.
Oh, I understand that, but have other people been there?
Oh no, there's no colony on this ship.
It's fresh.
Yep.
Hey.
So here's
got a fresh one.
So
it's
here's
ours.
That's exactly what it is. And
let's take it over and convince them to be our friends.
We are gonna roll on as our kind of like last act of this particular session, we're gonna roll on a random generation shard to see what is up with this mothership. Give me one quick sec while I find my handy dandy chart. I was working on it earlier today. It's a super fun chart. I just need to find it. It's called the Trek Rule. Where is it? There it is. Got it. All right. So, who wants to do the rolling? Who's got a D8 and is hungry for random story generation?
What roll is this?
We're going to roll a number of times to see what is up with this mothership and where it's going.
So it's like mind?
No, it's just one D8. It's a random.
Oh.
We have a random generation chart here. So I need.
All right, you're the boss, Bam Bam. You'll go first. I'll go second.
Okay, first roll 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should re-roll that for second, and then I'll go.
So that is the house to which this mothership. Saurian houses are differentiated, right? We now know which house this mothership belongs to, and it's a classic. 1 is a classic. So Roll 1 die for me, Liz, please.
6.
Okay. Okay. All right. 1. Okay. 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 So, can I please have 1 roll on a D8 Buster?
8.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Big wow. Okay. So I know what the. So remember how I said that the next session was going to be exciting? It will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
You're like, oh, it's even more so, huh?
It is serious. This is going to be a hair raiser, and it's going to be a survival mission. Liz, give me 1 more roll, please.
4.
Yeah.
We're both like, don't know if this is good or bad.
No. This is all good story stuff. There's some cool plot stuff going on here. There's this. So I'm happy with how this random generation chart works. Actually, I think this is going to be delightful. It worked out. It worked out exactly the way it should have. I'll just put it to you that way. Nice. There's one other thing we need now that you're all hunkered down, and this whole place is very like the smell, the heat, the lighting of this place. There's a lot of red light in the Saurian Horde, a lot of hot like temperatures.
Mhm.
Clearly, I'm ready for it.
Yep. There you go.
Like it's like a subtropical climate in here, man.
One thing, so you are going to figure out what the trade route of this mothership is, and you're going to find out what this mothership is about and what they're into, right? That's what you're going to do. Explore what's going on with this place so that other jump rangers in the future, so that you can spread the word. So you can go back to Planet Link and say, here's what this mothership is all about, and here's what it's called. Here's how you know it. The mothership needs a name.
Okay.
So who's going to name the mothership?
Well, what would they name a mothership?
Oh, usually brutal things. And most of the time, Jump Rangers name their motherships like they're playing Star Wars and like they're writing stories for the Empire. It's always like Vindicator or whatever. Like there's a lot of that. But like you get to name this mothership whatever you want to name it. This is going to be the mothership blank every time a Jump Ranger. It's going to be put on ship recognition charts, so that other Jump Rangers can go, oh, that's the blank, and here's, you see what I'm saying? Here's where it goes, or here's where it went. Here's where it has gone, or it's not that reliable. It does these other things, but at least people will know when they see it.
They'd have like more like a pirate's name, like you know, where it has that kind of violent streak in it.
Uh-huh. Or you can go
The Bonnie Bammer.
The Bonnie Bammer. Mothership Bonnie Bammer.
I was trying to use the shipping formula, but all I came up with things we couldn't use.
Oh.
I had one that said despair, and I thought that was interesting.
That was an actual pirate ship, wasn't it?
Probably.
There were quite a few, so
I
could be thinking of something similar.
You know, and it could be something simple like destruction or whatever. Like,
Almost done, sweetie. Okay.
Let's see. I'm just trying to look at stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking something like you know, along the lines of like, I don't know, like this, like the killer, like the something killer, or like I'm trying to think of like something that sounds like that. It actually sounds like it's scary.
The Abomination.
You know. What about
What's that?
What about the Grim Ranger?
Grim Ranger.
I was gonna say something with Harbinger, but I don't
Yeah.
know that we're old enough for Harbinger.
Grim
Or
Ranger sounds
like-
good.
But the Grim Ranger is like legit.
But also, like, whatever type of ship it is should have influence on its name, right?
But we
Well,
don't know that
mothership.
part.
It's a
'cause I'm
mothership. You
telling
don't know, but yeah, you got to name it. You got to give it a.
Well, but what kind of purpose does it have as a mothership? Is it like just a mothership, or does it actually like does it have like a job it does?
Well, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna find out what it does by going where it goes and seeing what it does there.
Okay. Like merciless. Like for I don't know. I'm so bad at like I'm really good at coming up with names, but I take so much time.
I tell you what. I want a name that both of you are satisfied with.
Yeah.
So-
No, I like
so-
what Liz is putting out.
There's Rebel Ranger. Rebel is a piratey thing.
Yeah, but they're like, are they? But like,
Yeah,
do
but
they?
we're naming it. We're not Saurians.
That's right.
It doesn't
That's
have to
right.
be a them name. It's an us name.
Oh, okay.
We're giving it an us name.
Yes. You're calling it what you want to call it.
Oh, got you. I thought you were saying like we were assigning the actual name of it to it. Oh, okay,
No.
that's where I was like, this is
No, you're giving
okay.
it a
Now,
name. You're giving it a
as
name.
of
I'll admit,
Jump
I would have
Ranger, what
no
other
idea.
Jump Rangers would call it in the
Yes,
future?
yes.
That makes sense now. Okay.
Just like this what was it called? The Death Star? That's not what they called it.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Imperials didn't call it the Death Star. That was the name the rebels gave it.
Yep.
And I feel it was legit.
Yes.
So.
I like grim. I like the word grim a lot. But yeah, grim. I like them all. But like I just whatever. Y'all figure it out. I take too much time and
Okay. Well, Grim Ranger works. Grim Ranger works.
yeah, I like it.
All right. All right. So next week we'll begin our new campaign, the Grim Ranger.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you.
It kind of goes in with like we're about to be some Grim Rangers.
I feel like
Right?
I feel like it is equal to the badassery.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
like it.
Perfect. Thank you both for playing today. I know it was not the most action-packed episode, but it was a fun episode.
No, it was good. It was good. We were tied up a lot of loose ends. And
I
took
think
care
it's
of some stuff.
hysterical that it has been so long since we went back to base.
Yes. Yes. Although I think that's also kind of like part of how this works. I think Jump Rangers come and go, and they're hard to pin down. You know,
Thank goodness.
what?
That's
Yeah,
how we keep it. That's how we can't. That's how they can't get us in trouble. They gotta
Yep.
catch us first.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, thank you to anybody who comes across this and watches. I'll have it on YouTube in the next couple of hours. Go high and go far, Rangers, and don't be a stranger.